Yo, hello everyone. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Hope you guys are doing good. I need you right now. Um. Alright, wait. Let me choose some good music. Eh, Oh, Dash. Where's my supplements that I bought? In my bag. Beep, 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 boop, beep, boop. Skull, what up, Skull? What the fuck? You crack an egg? It sounded like you cracked an egg. What the fuck? Just a moment. Let me send a picture and. Boop, 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 boop. Daily fit pick? No. So I just opened this like pills and it feels like multiple pills inside are like straight up like they just burst open and it's just damaged. So try to see what I can do about it. Oh my god, why does... Are they still using AI, dude? This is crazy. It's like, oh, can we can we make you okay. Where's the funny AI? No, you know how like a lot of these like companies like Amazon and a bunch of like other ones pretty much are all using like some sort of like AI bots to give you like some generic answers. And basically the way to like go around it is like you have to like just keep telling it that like, oh, make me talk, like I want to talk to the real person. I want to talk to the real person. I want to talk to the real person. And you have to just keep doing that until like the bot basically does that. It's just like, oh, are you sure? Maybe I can answer your question. It's like, no, like I want the real person. No, I want the real person. And just keep doing that until like they do that. I don't know what was it, but like I had like a similar issue recently with I think it was, oh yeah, it was Flixbus. I only wanted to be part of something. But if you know the limits, it seems frustrating to not be able to get the person. Yeah. I mean, for example, with Flixbus, it was fucking annoying. By the way, do not use Flixbus app or the website that they have ever. Like, if you want to get Flixbus tickets, it's better to get it from like third-party like apps like Omeo or something like that, basically. Those motherfuckers basically, I almost lost my money twice with their fucking website. Because I bought some tickets and the website just gave me an error. Literally nothing happened, but it charged me money, dude. And then I legit had to like, I think it was like 2 or 3 months I was pushing them. And they basically did not respond. I was about to lose my money completely. And you know who fucking helped me? Fucking PayPal. Like, out of like you would think that PayPal is shit. But I actually sent PayPal all the proofs and everything that like, here it is. I didn't get the tickets. Reported their ass. And like, they didn't respond on PayPal, right? And then PayPal just gave me my money back. But the funny part is, like, when the PayPal gave me my money back, on the same day, Flixbus writes me an email saying that, like, oh, they were the ones returning me money. But it was not. It was literally, like, PayPal's, basically the time on PayPal for them expired. And like PayPal at that point, if they're not responding, PayPal just gives me money back, basically, right? And they didn't respond on PayPal. So like, because people always say PayPal is shit, but like, I don't know, man. Have their money, you never give it back. Carry your ass and always be cheating. Yeah, dude, it's like it was fucking annoying. I mean, I was glad that like it took me like 2 months, and it happened on 2 different occasions. So first time I bought bus tickets, and it gave me the error. It took the money, and then I was like, "Fuck!" And then my dumbass tried to buy it from website the second time, and it happened again, basically. And I had nowhere to go, so like I was writing them. Like at first they were telling me, they're like, "Oh, like if you didn't get the tickets in 3 days, like you should see the money back on your account." And it obviously nothing appeared. And then like I wrote them, they were like, "Blah blah blah, send us this shit, send us that shit." They were also telling me like, "Send us your bank like information, like your bank statement, to see if we returned you the money." And I was like, how is that relevant if I paid with PayPal? And then they were like, "But we have to see if like maybe we returned you the money already." I was like, that's irrelevant. I paid with PayPal and you didn't send me anything on PayPal. But then I did send them the bank statement, and they were like, yeah, this is not enough information," or some shit like that. So then I just like, yeah, I just reported them on PayPal. It did take like a month and something, but yeah, I did get my money back. How do you type pay? Oh, paid. Grid is the guide of constant, and now there are cases where things generally start out as incompetent, but there's no incentive to be competent. And competence gives you less money. That's funny you say that, because, well, competence doesn't really give you less money, but it doesn't give you more money, right? Me and my wife were talking about it the other day, how like specifically in Georgia, and I feel like that's like the same case like pretty much everywhere else around the world, which honestly it doesn't make sense like if it's happening somewhere like in Europe or US where like wages are way higher, right? But maybe it makes a certain sense, to a certain degree at least, in Georgia where the wages are super fucking low, right? But the thing is, like, now that the Zoomers are in a job market, right, and all of them are getting jobs, I see one trend. I see one very weird trend, which is like Zoomers just do not want to work, like, period. And not only that, the problem is a lot of the Zoomers are also like very, how do I say this? When your efforts aren't as rewarded as for those before you. Okay, that's also true, but I'm gonna tell you something and you might actually agree with this. You are right, but problem is the only person who's suffering from that is not your boss, and it's not the people who hire you. The only person who's suffering from that is a client, a person who has nothing to do with you being in a bad employment. Does that make sense? Like, for example, if I'm gonna give you like a straight example, right? So me and my wife, we went to KFC the other day. We tend to just order it at home, but like recently we just wanted to like get one from like straight up like the KFC whatchamacallit, like the place, because the problem is every time we order it, usually they like whenever they come in, like they're just not fresh, you know, and like we wanted some fresh KFC, especially like our KFC here in Georgia is like pretty fucking good, right? So we decided to go there. And I mean, me and my wife, we've been together like what, fucking 7 years already, and we've been going to KFC like for quite a while. So I remember like we used to go to KFC like 5 years ago as well, and it was like pretty fucking good service. People are like lively, active, all that shit. But then five years later now, one thing that we noticed is that a lot of people that are working there are just, I mean, they're just lazy. And I get it, like it's fast food chain and it's KFC, and usually the people that are working there are like they're tired and all that stuff. I get it. I genuinely get it. I would hate working in a place like that too. But even if we're not taking KFC into it, okay, maybe like KFC is not even that good of an example because like people are just overworked there, right? So like they can't really care about like, you know. But let's take like any other place, like any other like service place where like they just do not have like as much like work that they have to do, actual work. They still don't really care about like what the customer receives. They genuinely do not give a shit. So the problem is like, I get it. You have a bad pay, right? You have bad wage, for example. But the problem is like, I don't think it costs you anything to be a little bit better at what you're doing, right? So the customer doesn't, how do I say this? Like, is not dissatisfied for it, right? Does that make sense? Like, what did I do as a customer that, like, your job sucks dick, right? I didn't do anything, right? It's not my fault. But if I'm the one who's getting punished for it, that also doesn't make sense, right? It's like if your job sucks dick, right? And like, I don't know, maybe like I'm talking like from a place of privilege, because, well, I used to work like hard jobs as well, don't get me wrong, but like now that I'm in a relative place of privilege compared to like some of these other people, well, at least in my country, right? I mean, compared to like fucking Americans and Europeans, whatever I'm doing and how I'm making, like, it's just not even comparable, to be honest. But yeah, I don't know. Wifey. Wait, where's this? Oh. Anyways, what I was saying is, like, if your job is miserable, right? Is it really worth like making it more miserable by your mindset? Like, you're gonna be still here, still working at this place, right? So what's the point of like making it more fucking miserable and complaining about it? Like, that's what I was trying to say. That's why I was saying, like, maybe like my, like, I'm talking from a place of privilege. Yeah, well, that's another thing, right? Like, you worked as barista as well, and you were trying to do your best as well. So, like, yeah, like my wife, for example, worked as a barista in multiple coffee shops, and her pay was fucking garbage. How much are you getting paid, Dash? Like 600? I think I think like when you were trying to find, like, I remember like we were like sort of like dating, and then you were trying to find a job, and you were saying like, oh, some of these pay for 500, some of them are 600, and like this and that. So like, by the way, that's in rubles. That's not even dollars. So like in dollars, that's like $200 a month. But even while being a barista, like, she was never, how do I say this, like customers should not suffer from that. Does that make sense? Like, it costs you almost nothing to do your job better, right? Because like for example, you're working at a coffee shop, right? And you're like, oh, I hate this job, coffee, making coffee for people, but I barely get paid. Okay, I get it, but like, you making like disgusting coffee for your clients, like, that has like nothing to do with like how shitty your job is, right? Or that you're getting paid like little. Like, that makes no sense. Oh, I think I'm gonna need another hair texture. Place of privilege. What fucking place of privilege I've been talking about? I live in Georgia, dude. There's no privilege here, dude. If you're living here, you're either poor or you're poor. Like, there's no other option. Or you're like working for a government and you're just a corrupt politician.
Discovery's 4 computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions.
Zoomers. Mars. Oh. Wait, can I? Yeah, that should be better. I don't know how to do hair like that. I really like how you made the clean split with a sharp face. I mean, you can go back and like watch me working on this model even in particular. I'm not sure if VODs are saved, but actually they should be still available. I think I do talk about like a little bit like how it's all done as well, so you can do that. Sure.
Computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions.
It's one or the other, dude. God damn it. Give me the good one. It's not giving me the good one. Shit. Can't make this work, right? What if I do sim here? Oh yeah, that works. What a bitch, dude. What a bitch. Okay, so we have this. That's fine. And then for bag hair and tail, I'll make another one, I guess. Sure. How about you? Oh shit, Hair 2, the sequel. It's Hair 2, baby. Yeah. Ooh, we gotta texture the body too on this, huh? Actually excited for the body texturing, not gonna lie. Oh, where's my hat? Oh boy. Nijian, what up, dude? I remember you. Need you now. What up, Fumi? Fumi once. Shame on you. Fumi twice. Shame on me. A year almost passed and I haven't done but a damn thing. But I haven't done a damn thing but survive. How old are you? How old are you? Tell me. I'll do a little bit of that psychology with you. How old are you, sir? Sir, Mr. Zendao, how old are you? 30? Okay. Do you work? Do you study? What do you do? Now, if I just can't find energy for any personal project. Oh. I mean, if you already work and you have like, you're doing that, I really don't know what to tell you. I mean, if you were like some sort of a, in your early 20s and you just don't know what the fuck to do type of shit, sure, but you don't seem like somebody that needs like a lot of like help figuring out what the fuck to do. Just time management mostly, it feels like. But yeah, if you can like just manage that, that's all there is. I feel like that's like a big thing with like pretty much like anything. Like once you are an adult and you have like figured out how to do things, right? The thing is like you actually have to like time manage your life, where like this time you do this time you do that. And there's nothing wrong with that necessarily, because some people think that like if you're doing that, like it's not like real, or you're not alive or something like that, right? Doing everything on schedule, right? But I don't think that's wrong, because we humans are already like creatures of whatchamacallit, like, what's the word? Routine, basically. We get used to a certain routine and we do that. And routine is very important actually for us, because it gives us a certain like assurement, like about our daily stuff, right? We are assured that we're gonna get up and do this and we do that and this and that, right? I mean, that being said, in your case, I would say it's just a matter of like, I mean, you're already doing like, you're already working 9 to 5, so like, what is it that you really like need? Or do you even need anything really? Want to work on something but never be able to find the time and energy to do it? Yeah, I guess. But what type of energy are we talking about? Like mental energy, physical energy? Because there are ways to like boost your energy depending on like what it is, right? Something, you know. Oh, where are we? Oh, where are we? To be honest, like recently I've been finding myself more in a position where I just can't get myself to do stuff. Really delayed a bunch of stuff because of that, but I mean right now I'm okay for the time being, to be honest. Crying in my sleep. Oh, Shazza, Yara did. Alright, yeah, not bad, not bad. 40. Secure. GX Japan. Hey, what up, dude? Whoa, the weather. That's a. Whoa, pagod. Yo, what up, Ingo? Ingo bingo. Ingo bingo. Whoa, the weather out. There has been like a shitty Russian version lately, and it's so funny. Oh, the weather outside is rightful. That one terrifying as fuck. I am. Isn't it like omega early for you right now, Inko? Also, let it be known that I'm glad to see you. We were at my friend's place the other day. Well, not really my friend, I guess. She's like my mom's friend, but we visit her from time to time. She just likes chocolate, so I just bring her some chocolate. And she helps me with like some legal stuff sometimes when I need some help understanding how shit works in this forgotten country. But she was saying how like, oh, I got this chocolate from they brought it to me from America. And I was like, oh yeah. I was like, well, I have some friends in America that send me chocolate as well. I was thinking about you straight up. This bitch just had some Hershey's Kisses, dude. That's all there is. Fucking Hershey's Kisses, dude. Hershey's. American chocolate, pure sugar. The thing is, like, while that is true, it's still tasty. Like, you wanna tell me that you eat chocolate because, like, oh, I like my chocolate where it has no sugar. No, you eat chocolate because it's bad, because it's sugary, and it tastes good. That's it. And if you wanna tell me that American sweets taste bad, bitch, get the fuck out of here. Like, you know it's bad, it doesn't matter. Like, whether it's like 10% less bad or 10% more bad, it doesn't matter. Bad is just bad. All the time, but Hershey's Kisses specifically are delicious. I do like, you know what I like? You know those Hershey's? And it's like sort of like cupcakes, but it's like chocolate and inside it has peanut butter. I love that shit, dude. That's so good. And the symphony bars, are those the small bars that are like wrapped in like some sort of Reese's cups? Those are still from Hershey's, right? Am I wrong? Reese's cups are Hershey's, no? No, it's not. Reese's is just Reese's. Also, can't drink sodas like Coke. I mean, you should not just not drink sodas in general. Let's see, is a Reese's part of Hershey's? Yeah, it is actually. That's why I was thinking because it's like, yeah. So the Reese's is owned and made by the Hershey's companies. Yeah, so it is. Reese's cups. I was watching. Wait, Inko, do you have a Costco membership card? Important question. Do you have Costco membership card? I did. I'm not sure if I expired or not. Oh. Wait, do they? I guess like they do expire. I at least have the sugar or even one. I'm trying an American recipe for cake. Isn't cake recipes like very simple? It's just like you have to take basically equal parts flour, equal parts sugar, and then eggs basically. There's like a 1-to-1-to-1 ratio for like cakes in general. Why is this whole chat says I don't know, man. Like the thing is like the way I think about sugar and sweets is this. Like no matter what you're eating, sweets are just bad in general, right? So if you're indulging yourself in sweets once in a while, does it really matter if it has like if it has more sugar or less sugar? I mean, the only reason why it would matter if it's like so fucking sweet that it's just like not tasty, I get it. But like, I don't know, like for example, Hershey's, they're sweet, but they're not super sweet to the point where it's like it hurts my teeth or something like that, right? It's alright. You know, it's alright. Yeah, I don't know. Like every time I get like American candy from people, like they're always like just nice. But it's candy, I get it. Like candy's just not good in general for you, right? Too much sugar, all that shit. But if you're indulging yourself in some candy, like why does it fucking matter if it's American or European or whatever, dude? I guess it depends on how much sugar are you used to. Yeah. Is it like a sponge cake? Is it not? Yeah, it is. I've never not been able to taste something because that's... Well, the thing is, like, Yinko, there is still a thing where, like, since you live in US, there still is 100% such a thing as, like, you being used to the flavor signature that you have in US, right? So you are used to like a certain amount of sugar or spices in your food, basically, right? So that still is a thing. Even if you're just buying like normal produce, unless like you're 100% only making like home meal, like in your whole life you've been like only eating like home baked meals, right? I guess it also depends on like what you're really eating on day-to-day basis, right? If you're not really like eating too much sweets in general, like you would not have like the sweet tooth, you know? Are much less sweet, and I like those too. I think you can enjoy a range of sweetness. It's really not that. Yeah, like I feel like at the end of the day, it just comes down to like each individual candy, right? Like some candies, like the whole idea for them is just that they're sweet and that's it. Some candies just have like a lot more flavor and that's it, right? So yeah, 100%. I mean, it's just at this point, it's like individual candy matters more than like what the fuck is it even made of, right? I feel like occasional anyways. Yeah, I agree. I guess like the problem with American candy is like there's this idea like, oh, like Nutella for example, right? Wasn't it like we were like looking at it here, right, on stream? I could swear we were looking at Nutella and how like in America it's a lot more glossy because it has like a lot more oil in it or something like that, and it's a lot more thin because of it. And like European Nutella is like a lot more thick. So there is that difference, for example. Also, you guys use like corn like syrup in like a lot of stuff, right? But again, like that only matters if like you're eating that shit like in like large amounts, right? Like let's say like a European sweet tooth diet versus American sweet tooth diet. Sure, American is worse, but like you shouldn't be eating like too many sweets either way. Like it doesn't matter, right? Most fruit is sufficiently sweet for me. When I read an American smoothie recipe and they suggest adding extra honey or sugar, I'm terrified. Well, you do understand, like, for example, even for something like apples, not all apples are super sweet, and sometimes you need honey or like some other sweetener for it, right? Me. I've seen it involves a banana or something like that to make it sweet. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I feel like it is like a certain bias, and like on the internet especially, like people are always talking about like, for example, Starbucks being like super sweet, and a lot of the sugary drinks that it's in US, like they are super sweet. So like, I can understand like even like Niji Black, because like he sees all that stuff and he just like there is a certain bias, right? Like whether you want it or not, you will have a bias towards like American sweets, and that's fine, to be honest. But again, like at the end of the day, like it doesn't really matter either way. Like there are tons of drinks that aren't even sweet at all. People just only know the crazy over the top ones that are usually limited time anyway. Yeah. But you have to agree, like those are like the fact that they are in the menu also talks about the fact that there are people that consume those, and it's like extremely fucking unhealthy, right? It's not even like a one-time thing. I would say like if you're somebody that like you don't really eat sweets and sugars on occasional basis, right? Like even for you, like a drink like that would be like extremely like teeth hurting, fucking teeth numbing bad, basically, right? And it's gonna hurt. You know how like, sometimes like you eat something like sweet or drink something sweet and it's so sweet that it fucking hurts your teeth? Like that. God, dude, stop working Inko out. Like, it's too early for her to get worked up over fucking American sweets. Ellen, what up, Ellen? Keener Harvest. Keener Harvest. How are you? Not bad, not bad. How are you? How are you, Ellen? Non-Americans shitting all over America. Like, we know it sucks here, but people always... I don't shit America, dude. I like... Oh, you wanna know something very funny, Eco? Okay. Hear me out. So I had this idea the other day to apply for a green card. I kid you not, dude. I kid you fucking not, dude. I was like, at this point, Europe just sucks dick, dude, anyways, right? I mean, Germany sucks absolute fucking ass. This, like, liberal fucking dog shit, pathetic, virtue signaling, suicidal empathy motherfuckers are ruining Europe anyways, right? It's hard to get in Poland anyways. So I was like, why not just apply for a green card? I mean, if me and Dunphy apply for it, we're like two young, white, working age people, right? We have a pretty high chance, I would say. You would hate it here too? I don't think so. I feel like it depends on the state, no? I feel like outside of like politics and people themselves that are like highly politicized themselves, I feel like average Americans are first of all fucking cool. Like I feel like average Americans are absolutely fucking cool, right? I mean, you're fucking cool. And then yeah, like I don't know, like I know like people like even you say that like it's bad and whatnot, but I feel like most of the argument comes from the political weather, basically. If political weather was like better, like I feel like nobody would really care, right? Am I wrong? These days, everything is politicized. No, I understand that. I mean, dude, like, we have, like, same shit here in Georgia as well. I swear to God, like, after COVID, like, people had so much time to sit at home that everyone got into, like, politics because that's, like, the next, like, drama thing, basically. People were so fucking bored that everyone got into politics. It's insane. If you didn't hate the cold, I'd say move to Finland. They chill as fuck. Yeah, I do hate cold, to be honest. You know where I would move, but I feel like I would fucking hate it. So we were actually looking at... we were actually looking at a video. Just be glad that you were not born in Brazil. Oh, dude, I'm glad that I was not born in fucking India, dude. Holy shit. Dude, my spawn point was like not too bad if you think about it. Look at this. Like if I look at the map, like this is my spawn point right here, Georgia, right? I mean, it's not too far away from India, you know? I could have just spawned here, dude. It would have been way fucking worse. So I'm glad that I spawned here. Yeah, it could have been like, I don't know, dude. Could have been, I could have spawned fucking here. In this bitch. Hey. Very hard to find jobs though anyways. We're in US? Is it? I mean, I guess like if you're not English speaking, yeah, it is hard, but or like that's like one thing that I'm wondering about US, like like whenever people say like, oh, it's hard to find jobs, right? Yeah, like is it hard to like work at like retail stores, for example, like Walmart or Costco or whatever the fuck, or they're not really hiring a lot of people either way? It depends on the city you're in, and now densely populated. Oh yeah, that makes sense. I mean, yeah. I mean, if I was doing everything like online and I was actually making like a pretty decent amount of money, I would say like Texas. Like go to the streamer city, Austin, right? That seems to be like the best way to be at in US. If you're like making most of your money through internet and you really don't care about where you live. Houston, we have a problem. Look at Austin, dude. Austin seems pretty fucking chill. Where's the Austin center? Center of Austin. Or it's not like that. Well, it's just this. Let's drop in Austin, dude. Oh shit, dude. This thing is fucking busting, dude. Look at this, dude. But it's hot, right? It's like super hot there. That's the big problem with Austin. This looks like such a typical like European, like just good, decent European city. It's insane. Oh. Huh? How did I do that? Oh. You cannot afford to live in Austin, really? Let's see. I have a website for that. Cost of living. Let's see, Austin, Texas. Is this Austin, Texas? Yeah, it is Austin, Texas. Let's see. Estimate monthly cost for a family of 4 is $4,000. And in Georgia, estimated monthly cost for a single person is $1,000, excluding rent. Oh, excluding rent, right? Austin is 80% more expensive than Tbilisi, excluding rent. Rent in Austin is on average 200% higher than in Tbilisi. Let's see. Meal at a restaurant, $13. Wait, this is Georgia, right? Austin, 25. Meal for $250, $150. I mean, it's not like I go to fucking restaurants a lot, so I don't care. Domestic beer. Imported beer. Markets, milk. Which one is which, actually? I don't understand. I guess this is Georgia. This is a lie, by the way. Milk is not 62 cents here. It's almost like $2, actually. Most big cities in US are unlivable unless you want to live in a tiny ass apartment. I mean, I would not live in a city, for sure. I would definitely not live inside the city. That's the range, though. Are you reading that part correctly? Yeah, I didn't understand, like, if I was reading that. Oh, why did I open this? Oh, this is a range, 13 to 25. Oh, compare with there. Now we can do this properly. Oh yeah, that was a range. Yeah, my bad. Milk, $2, $1 here. I don't know why, but Georgia's milk is just so fucking expensive. It's insane. Fresh white bread. White bread is more expensive. Rice, more expensive. But it's almost like anything is like 100 to like, yeah, okay, 200. Potatoes are so expensive, dude. What the fuck? Childcare. Well, monthly salary though. 5K, $500. I mean, salary is like 10 times more, so. See you later, Mr. This website is sick. Oh yeah, if you haven't, like, this is a very good website. Yeah, it's not super accurate, but this is also like made by people. Like, people come in here and, like, you see, like, you can do like add data for Tbilisi, and then you can put in stuff here, right? And then you can compare stuff. Cost of living index. Oh yeah, Austin is not that bad, by the way. It's only twice as expensive in Tbilisi. But honestly, like, if I already had my own apartment, like, I owned an apartment in Austin, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with, like, paying, like, basically double for produce. I'm perfectly fine with that. But that is if I already own an apartment there. Because with, like, high cost of living comes, like, higher quality of living as well, right? So, like, that's what you always trade with. Like, with a bunch of these, like, cheap-ass places, the problem is that, like, for cheaper prices, you also have, like, cheaper lifestyle. Or, like, worse lifestyle. Like, it's crazy that, like, for example, Cologne, Germany, is more expensive than Austin, Texas. Brooklyn? Dude, you don't want to live in Brooklyn. It was not Brooklyn. You're talking about... There was another city with, like, B or something. I don't remember what it was. Going Hawaii. Come to Brazil. Come live in Brazil. Brazil. Cost of living 32. Come to Brazil. Hamilton. Cleveland. Ohio. Yeah, Austin is like one of the better ones actually. Like cost of living wise in US. Like Inko is saying Austin is bad, but like look at this, like everywhere else in US, it's also expensive. If anything, out of this whole place, the only relatively cheaper places are either San Antonio, which is like, okay, it's like almost similar to this. Kentucky, since Ohio. Like everywhere is expensive. It's not like if anything, Austin is like slightly better in that sense. Yeah, I don't know. But here, that's Mexico. That's Mexico, dude. You want to live in Mexico? Maybe you want to live in Brazil. Look, Brazil has 32. Want to live in those ghettos? Algeria. Portugal is pretty cheap. Switzerland, obviously the most expensive. Dude, I think it's Poland. Yeah, it's just Poland at this point. Like, I know US is like cool and all, but I feel like we're gonna end up in your ancestors' land, which is Poland. Belarus is so cheap, dude. What salary is there? Where? In Poland? I mean, for me, it doesn't matter, right? Because no matter where I am, I'm just gonna be doing what I'm doing, right? For as long as I can, right? I mean, if I can't, that's the problem. Then I have to find like some sort of a local job, or I have to have enough funds accumulated that I can just make the money work for me, right? I thought Poland is not letting people in that are not Polish. There are still like legal ways to get in Poland, but it's hard. So it's possible, but it's hard. They're like whatchamacallit? There's a term for this. It's where like they're nationalists, but like passport nationalists. So it's not a, it's basically doesn't matter where you were born as long as you're like by passport like Polish national. I don't know what it's called. Come to Siberia. Perm maybe. It's not even that cheap, by the way. Like compared to like some of the Russian cities, like Georgia is actually cheaper because it's 36 here. Batumi is 30 actually. Batumi is straight up 30 on the index. Dude, India, dude, let's go, dude. This fucking 17. Look at this, dude. 18 score. The smaller the better, by the way. What about in Gaza, dude? You think it's okay to live in? I think it's okay to. What's the price thing in Gaza? Let's see. Where's this? Tel Aviv, pretty expensive. There's no score for Gaza, unfortunate. Turkey. As long as you lose a little funny hat, you're fine. Yeah, Poland it is, guys. Sorry, it's just Poland. Kaliningrad. Inko said Finland, but like it's expensive. Finland is actually Finland, Sweden, like all of these places are cold as fuck and expensive. Like I was in Belarus, dude. That place is already fucking like cold as fuck. I don't want to go there to that shit anymore, dude. The problem is I actually do like Georgian climate, but I just wish it was slightly colder, like slightly. So I feel like somewhere like, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, whatever. Prices in Gaza will rise when Trump builds his hotels there. Dude, I think Trump actually building hotels is gonna be the best thing for Gaza that ever happened to them. Like all the European money that was like floating in there, and they just did not build shit. The only thing that they built with that money was fucking tunnels for Hamas. If Trump actually went there and built a couple hotels, dude, everyone would be happy. People will actually have fucking jobs. They would not have to radicalize their children to hate Jews from the childhood. Dude, it would be a fine place. That he will build them. There's also a good chance that he won't. Never know with him. I think it was just a meme, to be honest. Like, I don't think anyone's building anything in fucking Gaza. I think he just threw that as a hypothetical thing, basically. I mean, the thing is, like, that area has a potential to be like a good tourist destination. It does, as far as like location goes, right? By the way, if none of you ever seen that area, dude. Okay, so this is Gaza, right? By the way, this border is a this is like an Egypt border right here. You see the line, the thin line? That's an Egypt border. And by the way, that Egypt border is like a big ass wall. Egypt wants none of those fucking Palestinians, by the way. None of them. They want none of them Palestinians. They have a big ass wall. Okay, let's see if we can drop the little guy here. We can't. Is there no way to drop the little guy? Oh shit, dude, there's some pictures from... It's not letting me do that, dude. Here. Oh shit, dude, this place is busting, dude. Anyways, they have this big ass wall. And look at this. There's nothing here, by the way. There's literally nothing here. Egypt was like, fuck that. We're not living on the border with Palestinians, dude. They were like, fuck no. Egypt, by the way. Fucking Egypt, dude. And they were like, fuck no, we're not living next to Palestinians. The Sinai Desert, it doesn't matter. Look, there are like some lands that are like, you can work here, but people just decided not to live here. They were like, fuck that. Doesn't matter desert or not. They'll just take all the oil there as soon as they can and then dip. You mean like US? It's funny, people always like think that like US is like this like big bad guy who only cares about oil. But then they totally forget about the fact that like even in Iraq or Iran or whatever, that's actually like those terrorists are mostly Russian funded. So whenever the clash of interests happen in the Middle East, it's not just US that comes there and like starts shooting and shit. it's usually clash of interest between Russia and US. And that's why Americans are usually there as well. So it's not just like oh, America just wants oil. It's like a lot of people have interest in Middle East, and yeah, including Russians. But yeah, the running joke is that like US goes everywhere where there's oil. I get it. Funny. Okay. It's not their land. CS, the borders, patrols, don't let them in either. Huh? You're talking about the Egypt side? Or what are you talking about? The bad guys, CS of the coup they organized, not the tariffs. Dude, I have no fucking clue what you're talking about. Because petrol costs more in Russia than in US right now. I mean, it's more so like it's more so the ability to control the market, right? If you like, especially like when it comes to like Europe, right? Like, think about it this way: if Middle Eastern countries were as free as they are, and they had like free governments in them, you know who it hurts the most in the region? Russia, because then Russia can't sell their fucking oil to Europe, right? So it's, if anything, it's in Russia's best interest, so that in Middle East you have constantly like some clashes happening, and people are living in poverty there and all that shit, right? If anything, it's in Russia's best interest, because then they can sell their oil to Europeans and Americans, actually, and Chinese as well. Because you can't have a business with countries that are constantly like at war, or they have like some coups happening and all that shit, right? That's ultimately what it is. God, this fucking big ass UV map. Because I use this a lot for some reason. It's like, yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't understand. With you. So you said like petrol costs more in Russia. Isn't that mostly because like Russia doesn't have like enough refineries, basically? Because like the oil, the crude oil, by the way, that has to be like refined into petrol, and it's not that simple. Like, you need special factories and all that shit, and Russia simply does not have infrastructure for that. So most of that shit Russia just sells. I mean, that's what Russia does most of the time, right? Like, when it comes to like any resources, Russia is not good at like managing it themselves. They're just mostly just selling it all the time. Like, isn't there like a whole thing where like Russia, like they're right now they're selling like Siberian wood basically to Chinese? Like they're just selling it like in tons, basically. Like ungodly amount of wood basically being sold to China on daily basis.
Every 4 computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions.
But we export the full product, but still gas there is more expensive than in every place we export it to. Again, it's all about like refineries and all that shit. I mean, unless it's I'm actually not sure how the natural gas is being like handled. Also, like if you're exporting gas, usually it's not like your country who's usually your country lets in a company from abroad, and that company basically does all the refining and all the like collecting, and you just get like the produce at a better rate, essentially is what it is. So for example, even if you have like natural gas in your country, the chances are it's like not Brazilian company who's mining that. You don't know, does Brazil even have let's see, let's ask Grok. I'm here loving you again. Hey dude, let's see, does Brazil have natural gas? You can make you can, but that's what I said, like there's not enough refineries. We have, but it's bombed regularly nowadays. Well, yeah, because of the war, right? Because Ukraine is trying to stop Russia somehow, and the only way they can like hurt Russia is by bombing their refineries. That's the only pressure point Ukraine has right now, because Ukraine is like a lot more smaller country, and they're not getting enough adequate help from Europe for the war to just simply stop. So they have to do whatever they have to do to like force Russia into stopping. I mean, you might say that like, oh, that's like, what do I call it, immoral, but war is already immoral, so. I don't know if Ukraine can go on much longer. I mean, there's like, as far as Ukraine goes, like there's like multiple levels of problems with Ukraine. And I'll preface this by saying that like I'm 100% in support of Ukraine, obviously, right? Georgia and Ukraine have been friends since pretty much 90s, because both of our countries always fought against the Soviets, right? And even in like 90s when Russians came into Abkhazia and took part of our country through like use of separatists and whatnot, Ukrainians were there still helping us and like helping the people and all that shit. Anyways, but problem with Ukraine is like it's multi-leveled, I feel like. Unfortunately, it's also a country full of corruption and corrupt politicians and whatnot. And there's also a problem with Europe in this case, where like after 2014 they had more than enough adequate time to get Ukraine rearmed, but they were not able to do so, right? So yeah, I don't know, all of this like war is like, again, like it's like there's like multiple levels to this, you know? And there are multiple parties that are benefiting from this war, unfortunately. You know how like Europe likes to talk about sanctions, how they're sanctioning Russia and all that shit? Except, you know what those sanctions actually are? Those sanctions actually are them price limiting how much Russia can sell their oil for throughout the next couple years. And the way it works is that basically they're not really imposing those sanctions on Russia, but more so on European countries. They're saying that like they're telling each European country that you cannot buy Russian oil for more than this amount. That's it. So it's like Russia is sort of like forced into selling their oil at a certain price. Which country doesn't have corrupt politicians? It's not about which country doesn't have corrupt politicians. It's about like how much of those corrupt politicians there are in general. That's the big problem. Okay, we're not there yet. It's not about whether you have it or not. It's like how many of them are there. I would say Russia has probably like more corrupt politicians than Ukraine has in general. But Russia is also like a lot bigger country, so. When did you finish the hair? Oh, like a while ago. Also know that there is no corruption in DPRK. What is DPRK? I'm not sure. Russia has less corruption? You're wrong. No corruption in the DPR. Oh, North Korea. Why petrol starts to be expensive? No, I understand. I understand what you're saying, Alien, by the way. The part is that Europe continues to buy Russian oil and gas via Ukraine, and Ukraine continues to receive money from Russia for this transit. Well, because it's not directly countries, right? It's like individual companies who have the deal, and basically like it's like they all have to like fulfill those deals basically. I know it's fucking weird when you think about it, right? Like two countries are at war, but they're still doing trading between each other, right? But that trade also benefits Europe. Like let's say for example, if Ukraine fucks up like the deal between Europe and Russia when it comes to oil, Europe is gonna say, okay, we're not gonna support you then, right? So I know what you're saying. It's absolutely fucking hilarious, but it does exist, right? I mean, Russia and Ukraine isn't as bad as others. What do you mean? That'll work. I'm thinking when I will be rich to order VTube model from you, make it full prepared for streams, or you still need some work or some help to install? Like it depends like what you mean. Like, so I generally when I finish my models, I set them up for VRChat, and I also set them up for Vinyan or VCFace. I would still recommend Vinyan, so I'm not even gonna talk about VCFace at this point. And those models, like all you have to do is like put them in the software, like just put them in the software, but like you will still have to like fuck with the settings of the software itself. That's something that I can't do for you, right? But as far as like it being like software ready, yes. Like I'll give you the file, you just like load avatar, choose your file, and that's it. Like the model is ready for it. Like for example, I gave Fallen Shadow a couple days ago the thing, like load it up, it's gonna load, that's it. But you will still have to like figure out the settings and stuff, right? Which is like not anything crazy, right? Yeah. So technically speaking, I do that upon request. As bad as others? Yeah, but just because it's not as bad as others doesn't mean that you have to like sit there and say that like whatever Russia is doing is okay. Of course it's not. Like comparing it to something that doesn't even matter in terms of like this war is also stupid, right? Like it doesn't matter. And do you prefer having creative freedom, or should the sketches be very precise in terms of very precise? Like, for example, with this model, I'm actually struggling a lot because even though I'm trying to be close to this as much as possible, like now there are some things where the commissioner said, no, actually like make the boobs smaller, actually make the feet different, actually do this, do that. So I always prefer when concept arts are as close to like, I'll give you an example here. Give me a second. Open. Like this basically, right? Like you give me this, I give you this basically, right? Like that's what I look for. The more precise, the better. I mean, obviously there's still gonna be like some level of like artistic freedom that I have to take, but the less there is going to be, the better for me and better for you as well, right? That art also looks very AI. I'm not sure though. It's not AI. It's drawn by a person. I don't remember the exact name, but like, stop calling everything AI, dude. Jesus fucking Christ. Especially when you don't know. It doesn't make you look good. It actually makes you look like a fucking stupid fucking idiot. I'm sorry, but it does. Like whenever you say like something looks like an AI, that doesn't make you look like, oh, look at you. You're for the artistic people or something like that. No. It makes you look like a fucking idiot. Right. Like weirdly, yeah, like why did it do like that? Today's the day of Linkin Park. Actually, it has been like a day, like not even a day, a week of Linkin Park at this point. They're going to ad hominem attack. I mean, AI for the concept art, isn't that a good thing? I mean, I think it's fine. But here, let me show you. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what we're fucking. I'm not attacking anyone. If I'm calling you an idiot, that's fine, dude. Like, if you're acting like an idiot, I'm gonna call you an idiot. Like, what do you mean? Give me a second. Remember the person's name. Michimi. I mean, I'll say this. I could give two shits whether this is an AI or not, but it's actually not AI. Sometimes I fucking wish some of these concept arts were AI though. I'll tell you that much. I'm not even joking. I sometimes wish some of these concept arts were AI because sometimes AI does a way better job at doing concept arts than real people do. I'm sorry, but that's true. Yeah, these are the two of them. Not fucking AI. It's just not. I'm kind of losing it these streams. No, not really. Just because there's like a singular incident that lasts for like 2 or 3 minutes, that doesn't mean that I'm losing it for these streams. My dude, like, please, that is just a very that's a very stupid thing to say. Like, just because like you cried like during the day, does that make you a crybaby? No, it's not, right? Cry, it's fine. Just because you were acting like a fucking idiot during a certain part of the day, does that make you a fucking idiot? No, it doesn't. Just because I'm being angry, or like not even angry, I guess, just because I'm raising my tone over something, does that mean that I'm losing? No. Shut up. Stop being stupid. God forbid I have range of emotions. God forbid, because Mr. Melanjink is gonna say that I'm losing it. Relax, dude. Is it to tell what is and isn't AI? If you aren't an artist and have no experience in these things, it's not really personal to get called out for that. Wait, let me see. As an artist, it's really easy to tell what is AI and isn't AI. If you aren't an artist and have no experience in these things, it's not really personal to get called out for that. Huh? Yeah, but it has nothing to do with me. Like, if I'm gonna tell you something. If I sit here and I make a 3D model off of an AI concept art, that has nothing to do with me. I don't care. Like, does that make sense? Like, you might think that like, oh, but like some other artist could have done that and made money off of that, right? Wrong. Because the quality and the level of an art that you're sometimes getting from this AI art, like concept arts or whatever, the artist that you would have to go to and get that art from is actually borderline impossible, because those artists are usually booked like for years. You can't even get anything from that. And if you're gonna go for like an alternative and get like some like artist that is like not booked and is not getting a lot of commissions, you're just gonna get lower quality. So why would you do that? Like, I'm sorry, I feel bad for people that are like not get like, but like that's just how it works. It's unfortunate, but that's just how it works. Like, an average person just doesn't give a shit. Like, you can say that it's unethical and it's bad and it's this and it's that, but it's just not gonna change anything. You can find those high quality artists. You just have to look in obscure places like DeviantArt, and usually those people are booked. Like, good artists have always almost, okay, maybe that's like a bad argument to say like, well, those good artists are booked, but they are. Like for example, I really like Yenkos, like the way she draws. Go try to get a commission from her. You won't be able to, because A, either she doesn't do it, B, she's just overbooked. Yeah, like, you think that like there are some these like godly level artists that are out there, you just have to look for them. That's just not how it is. Good artists usually are already in a work field and they're already doing money off of their art. They're not sitting on DeviantArt drawing dog shit. I mean, again, what you're saying is possible, sure, but that's just not like the average experience. Is my experience. I understand it's not average. I have abnormal amounts of time to commit to my career though. Good for you. No, like genuinely. If you can't do that, good for you. Can I say? I mean, like I said, like it's not like I'm getting like commission arts from like AI drawn concept arts. No, like truth be told, not a single commission with AI concept art so far. If there is going to be concept art that is AI generated, I will 100% tell you that. I have no problem with that. Like genuinely have no problem with that. To tell you guys that. But I have not gotten a single commission so far that's like made with AI. Although I think that it would be very interesting to see like something like that, personally. God, what the fuck is happening here, dude? You ever seen Nano's art? Wait, what about Nano? Have you seen Nano's art, by the way, Shozo? It's the artist from Cinder's drama who did as actually starting drama. Wait, what? What about Nano? Is she a bad artist or something? Isn't like Nano pretty good fucking artist? Like, I don't understand what Nano has to do with any of this. Also, wasn't Cinder's drama technically speaking started by like Shy Lily gassing up Nano into like shit talking Cinder? Essentially. Wasn't that essentially what happened? Like Shy Lily just gassed up Nano to shit talk Cinder basically. Yeah, sure. I'm sorry, like it's hard for me to like I'm also trying to focus on this, so it's hard for me to like keep up with the chat, even though it's like literally 2 fucking messages. But I have to like look back and forth constantly, so it's hard. Okay, this is not working. Can I unwrap? God. Just not giving me any other option. Maybe it was fine. All right. All of them are bitches? They're not bitches. I mean, I wouldn't go as far as call them bitches, but I think they sort of like create their own environment, and then they are themselves victims of their own creation, including Cinder, by the way. Like Cinder is also part of the, you see, like I was actually I think it was the Melange guy who was asking me about that crocodile girl, and that it's actually that one person who's doing like story arts and shit like that. I actually found a post about it yesterday, like some random ass post, and they were basically talking about like why is it that like VTubers that whenever they like debut, you're not supposed to say like who they actually are, and it's considered rude and whatnot, right? Somebody was asking that, and then like a bunch of people started talking about how it's well, because it's like their persona, it's not really them. So it's like it makes sense to like respect them and then only like refer to them as the VTuber persona because they're trying to separate themselves with the VTuber from the VTuber and whatnot. And like that's such a like that's such a comfortable position to be in, because a lot of VTubers always say that shit where they say like, well, like me as a VTuber has nothing to do with me as a person. We're too different. Like it's just a personality and whatnot. Except, you know, the problem is, for some reason, a lot of these VTubers also, how do I say this? Like they tend to bring in politics that are their personal beliefs onto their VTuber. So I always wonder like how the fuck does that work? Like you say that your VTuber persona is not really you, but then like your VTuber persona has all the political takes that you usually have. And like that's pretty fucking weird to me, to be honest. I'm not saying that the crocodile girl is necessarily doing that, but I'm just more so talking about the VTubers themselves that always are saying that shit, right? So I asked which price artist you would come if they were available or I had the money for it. Like, would you go to Yankos and did your art, or Nano or someone else? Okay, let me check like recent Nano stuff. I guess I'll tell you. By the way, anything that I say on stream, I am perfectly fine with admitting if I'm wrong about it, if given enough like evidence for it. All right, I do have my own opinions. They might be wrong. I'm fine with that. Let me check now. I don't know. I just wanted to say that. Nano less. Do I like Nano less more or Yankos? My personal take. Nano less or Yanko. Okay. Okay, looking at like some of the recent Nano less stuff, I think I'm gonna go with Yankos. Personally. Personal take. Personally, I like Yanko stuff a lot more. But that's just my pure personal opinion, like nothing else. Like, this is Yanko, right? Here, I'm gonna show something from Nano that is like... I mean, like there's this one, but like I don't know. Like this is a video, obviously. It's not like a full. Yeah, okay. I'll try to like find something similar. Where it's like a finished character. I mean, here, sure, the Calliope that she did. Like I'm looking at two of this and I'm thinking to myself like, which one do I like more? Do I like this more or this more? I think I like this a lot more. I really think I like this a lot more. Like, I don't know why. Okay, let me find something else. Here's this Shy Lily. Here's Shy Lily. Here. I like this more. I just like this more. I don't know why. Now it's more shading. I mean, you can sit here and say like exactly why, but I don't know. Personally, it's a personal taste, right? I'm not trying to like judge somebody's like technical skills, right? I'm saying purely from like visual, like what do I like more, right? From visual, what do I like more? I would say that I like this a lot more. That's all there is. I think they're both great artists, but I just personally like the other stuff. Although, for example, there's this. No, I don't know. I just like Yankos. Maybe I'm obviously I'm fucking biased. Everyone is fucking biased, right? Yeah, I don't know. I know the VTuber on the left, their design is so pretty. That's I'm pretty sure that one is fuck, I forgot her name. I forgot her name. I forgot her fucking name. What was her name? God, I forgot her name. Oh, Limelicious, right? It's literally right here. I actually DM'd her multiple times. I was like, yo, if you ever need like a 3D model or something like that, hit me up. I really like the model. I mean, like every time Yankos makes somebody a concept art, I always do that shit, dude. I just want to do something from fucking like literally anything from Yankos. Anything. I mean, I'm starving here, dude. I'm sitting here, I'm starving in this bitch, dude, for some good fucking concept art. God, what the fuck is happening here? Somebody fucking help me. Help! Make a model for burnt peanut. New VTuber. You know what's funny? I actually had Tectone's wife DM me very, very, very long time ago. And she wanted me to make Tectone's like model. Not sure what it was supposed to be, but they didn't have concept art or anything like that. Tectone has a wife? Well, he had a wife. This is when he still had a wife. Didn't they get divorced? They did get divorced, right? What's here? Tectone having a wife is something else? Why? Wait, why is it weird for Tectone having a wife? The fuck? So they just wanted YouTube model without reference? This was like fucking 4 years ago or shit like that I'm talking about. Like they were just fucking clueless. Like they had no idea how all this shit is done. I mean, Tectone is not even doing anything like related to anime models or anything like that. This is like, you know where this is from? When Tectone used to just play fucking gacha games and that's it. It's before he became political and started like beefing with like other people. It's like way before that. fully crashed out. God, I fucking hate people saying crash out all the fucking time, dude. Oh man. It's one of those things where you're gonna overuse it and then people are gonna stop using it at all. Why? It's a typical Zoomer thing. Overuse a word until nobody uses it anymore. Shows are crashing out but crashing out. He already said that multiple times about me. It pisses me off, dude. You have no idea. I was being mad at some like random guy the other day. He's like, oh man, Sean's crashing out yet again. It's like, shut the fuck up, dude. Let me just be myself, alright? If I want to crash out, I'll crash the fuck out, dude. None of your fucking business, dude. God. I'll crash out however however much I want, whenever the fuck I want, dude. Compilation. He's talking about visual YouTube again? Yes, I am here. I'm gonna put it on the display. Dude, YouTube chat recently has been like pretty fucking indiscernible from the Twitch chat. Not gonna lie. I'm getting same vibe. I mean, I like it, to be honest. I like when people are... Like, the thing is, like, I like when people are more lighthearted regarding, like, certain things, right? Whether it's, like, me calling them an idiot or something like that, because that also means that, like, you're not, like, super fucking egotistic and you take everything, like, so close to your fucking heart. Like, I like when people are not, like, all up in their fucking... I don't know. What do I got here? The fuck is... Bitch. Oh, okay. Snowflakes are hard to deal with. You know, like, that's not a snowflake thing I noticed. So, for example, like, we millennials, right? Like, I'm a technically speaking a millennial, right? We millennials, we went through, like, early days of internet into, well, whatever the fuck we have right now, right? We also, I'm gonna say this, and this is actually 100% true, by the way. We also went with Eminem's 8 Mile, by the way. I call it an Eminem's 8 Mile effect. And Eminem's 8 Mile effect is this. It's basically your ability to self-deprecate or like shit on yourself before anyone else does. So you're not even giving your opponent like ammunition to use it against you. It's a Eminem effect, I call it. So millennials do that a lot. Millennials learn that it's better to shit on yourself than others to shit on you. Because that way you're not letting other people shit on you. Yeah, it's a thing. It is actually a thing. But Zoomers don't have that, you see? Because Zoomers didn't go through this, especially on the internet. So Zoomers are like a lot more serious about themselves, right? So when you insult them, they do take it personally. It's not because they're snowflakes. It's more so because they didn't go through the same social interactions that we did, basically. We, the millennials, right? It's more so that, I feel like. Why let other people shit on you to begin with? Because you can't do anything about it. Like, if I shit on you right now, what can you do? Nothing. What do you mean, let other people? You're on the fucking internet, my man. You think you can not let people shit on you? How? How are you gonna do that? Please explain me. How are you gonna stop me from shitting on you? How? How are you gonna do that? The problem is, if you can't stop that in any meaningful way, then there's no reason to get upset over it as well. But again, like, my generation learned it through like movies like 8 Mile, alright? When, you know, the Eminem comes on the stage and like he knows like his opponent is about to roast him, but then like he says like, no, I'm gonna roast myself, and he starts roasting himself. He's like, yeah, my mom is a white trash. Yeah, we live in a trailer park. Yeah, I suck dick. Yeah, like this and that, you know? So he does that shit, so his opponent can't do that, alright? Millennials are like that, alright? Millennials are 100% like that. So we don't wait for the society to, like, well, I don't do that shit. I fucking hate that, first of all. But most millennials, right? They don't wait for the society to lecture them or laugh at them or whatever. They laugh at them. They laugh at them. They laugh at their own self first before anyone else does. It's like a defense mechanism, basically, to protect yourself from critique of society. Yeah, that's what it is. I found out the other day that some people don't even know that Eminem actually had a movie where he starred that was about himself, and he starred as himself in that movie. Did you guys know that? That Eminem had a movie where he played himself. Like, people who wish to verbally abuse aren't valid. I mean, by you telling them that, you're already giving them validity, though. By you interacting with anyone that is shitting on you on the internet, you're already giving them validity by sitting there and letting them do... Well, by letting them, I mean, like, listening to it. Because if you really want to not give people validity that are shitting on you on the internet, all you do is, like, you press Alt F4 and that's it. That's ultimately the most badass thing you can do, is just close the chat. Don't give the person the power to actually, like, enjoy himself by shitting on you. A lot of people don't understand. A lot of people think that you have to sit there and prove other people something. You don't have to prove anyone anything. Or argue. Oh, let me just argue with this one person. What if you want to protect your rep and the other person also has some influence too? Well, too bad, you're fucked. I went through that. I couldn't fight them back. Well, I'm still here though. Could I have done something better? Yeah, of course. Did I do it? No, because I had no experience. Too bad. She happens. Also, I'm more so talking about like one-on-one type of conversation rather than like somebody like making shit up on the internet, honestly. The worst you can do is like sit there and like keep explaining yourself. And I'm telling you as somebody who did that and it didn't fucking work. The worst thing you can do is like sit there and try to prove a bunch of people that already hate you to not hate you. It's impossible. Genuinely. People that already hate you and already have a certain bias against you, you will not be able to prove them that like they're wrong and you're right. You're just wasting your time. I mean, if you're young and you don't understand it, it's fine. Years will pass and you'll understand. Gap between my teeth and asking if a 5 zloty coin fits in it. Either ignore them, say their mom's fits there, or just mute them. Yeah. Also, like, while I'm saying any of this shit, like, I've never been upset over like a random ass person being like rude to me or whatever. I really don't care. But at the same time, I am more like, if it's my friend or my buddy or somebody that I have like some close connection and they're fucking with me, that's gonna upset me a lot more than some random ass retard, basically. Like, people who I consider my friends, if they're fucking with me, like, that obviously upsets me. But I feel like that's like a literally like a normal that's a very normal reaction that you can have, right? As a person. Or like if somebody's trying to like oh yeah, this is the worst type of friends, by the way. People that are trying to like gain some sort of like points on behalf of you, basically, by shitting on you or yeah, I don't know, making fun of you, right? Homie insulting the no, but there's a difference between like homie just insulting you and it being like a fun jab and homie making fun of you. Like, that's different. If a homie is making fun of you because they're trying to like gain something out of it, right? Which is like I'm gonna give you an example, okay? And I feel like you're gonna understand it. Let's say you and your buddy, right? You went with somebody and you know that this buddy of yours, like he's your good friend. But then you go to like a new group of people, right? And this friend of yours, right, is basically making fun of you. And by making fun of you, he's trying to get reputation with this other group of people. You're not gonna like that. You're gonna say, oh, what a piece of shit. You see, that's the problem. Like, whenever people do that, that is the problem. Like, anyone that does that type of shit to you is not your fucking friend, dude. He's not. It's alright, just whatever. Yeah, but like, again, like you're also older, Opsic, and you're Eastern European. Like, we went through that shit. We know how it works, right? We were around on the early days of internet, right? And not just internet too, like life as well, right? Like, life in Eastern Europe is like way different than like most people like know, right? You see, like, there's a thing with like Eastern European people, like as far as like Polish people goes and Ukrainian people go and like, you know, anyone that is Eastern European. We are very fucking cynical. And you know what I'm talking about, Opstic, I feel like. You know absolutely what the fuck I'm talking about, right? Like, you just grow in an environment where, like, being cynical is, like, a very normal thing because you never know, like, the people around you, whether, like, when are they gonna stab you in the fucking back. So you always have to look out.
Welcome home, Columbia. Beautiful, beautiful. Discovery's 4 computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions. Liftoff of mission 41B, the first flight of the orbiter Discovery, and the shuttle has cleared the tower.
Discovery Houston, trim to ATO.
Sorry for the earlier. No, it's all good, dude. What do you mean to sorry? You don't have to be sorry for anything, dude. It's fine. You didn't insult me. You're good.
Beautiful, beautiful.
So you messed up situated 12-year-old as at school stopped at 11-year-old and basically nothing will happen to her. Like at most she'll go to a juvenile center. Wait, what does that have to do with anything we were talking about? People said they started a rumor that would ruin my life. When I asked what it was, they said I'd find out soon. Is it 12 years? I'm still waiting for the rumors to reach me. Russians. Dude, Russian, like, I feel like the more Eastern Europe you go, the more fucking antisocial people are. I'm sorry, but the amount of people you can find on, like, various, like, social, like, games like GTRP or shit like that. Dude, kids there are genuinely fucking insane. I knew a guy on VRChat, by the way. VRChat. You know what he did? He would go around maps with hacks and then fly under the maps to record people talking and then blackmail them. Predominantly girls in various cities. And when I asked him why is he doing that, he said he's doing it because he wants to have like a girl in every city that is under his control, so he can do whatever the fuck he wants with them. Like, for example, force them into doing certain things. And if I'm correct, it's also the same guy who told me that he made like one 15 or 14-year-old girl have like sent him photos of herself to him, and then he started blackmailing her. The Russians are fucking crazy. That's what I'm saying. Like, the more Eastern you go, the worse it gets. These people are fucking nuts, dude. The antisocial behavior with some of these people is absolutely fucking insane. You know when this was happening, Rexlex? Remember the trying to find Russian GF days? There was this one guy that would always like go after me and would tell me like, oh, go here, or like, oh, this girl or that girl. And then he told me that privately, which is not very smart of him, by the way. If he was like that smart of a like manipulator, as he was calling himself, why the fuck did he tell me any of that shit? But they're also doing it because they want to feel some power. Like, because in real life, they're fucking losers. They can't do anything in real life. They can't even get a, like, they can't even talk to a girl. So all they do is like, they go on the internet and then try to like do that to little girls. And they do it in every social game, by the way. Literally every social game there is, like GTRP or whatever the fuck. They do it everywhere. And well, they don't have laws against it, so like they just do it, they don't care. But all the people that were hardcore GTA Online players that I knew were toxic IRL. Well, they're toxic in game, first of all. That's why they're toxic in IRL, because they spend all their social years on the internet and they think that whatever they're doing on the internet is perfectly fine, perfectly okay behavior, because they haven't like been outside properly communicating and socializing with people, and they think whatever behavior they have on the internet is perfectly acceptable. It's up until a point where like somebody beats their ass and then they usually understand and they don't do it anymore. It's almost always the same story to me. Well, some of them don't, and they're just like psychos on the internet. Well, they're banning Roblox in Russia, by the way, and then a bunch of Russians came out on the streets protest. Well, not on the streets, like shit, dude. They're not protesting for ass, but some girls and boys came out on the streets. They're like, oh, don't block Roblox. So they don't laugh. That's funny. You tell them some fucked up stories about like some mental abuse and like some actual fucking abuse to people. You're like, funny times, yes. And they're like, Ellen, that's fucked. It's always funny whenever like people that have been actually living in privilege their whole life, you tell them all this stuff, like, hey, I can't actually go to any country with my passport. And they're like, wait, what? You can't just go to any country you want? Oh boy. This is Inko, by the way. She was so surprised that I can't just go to any country using my passport. Yeah, you can't. Imagine that. Actually cannot. Crazy, I know. To sell them for money? Oh, dude, that hits so... That is like, that hits very close to home, dude. Like, that's literally my childhood. Like, okay, you're saying bottles? Yo. How about valuable metals, dude? Like copper or aluminum? Bottles is like... That was just like... Whatever. Because they like, you would always find them somewhere. But what about copper or aluminum? From like car batteries. Surely legal? Yeah, like we would find like old car batteries and then we would just extract like whatever the fuck you would have on the inside. Like, you know, people would just throw that out. By the way, car batteries are extremely fucking toxic and you should not touch it. We were. I actually remember like one of the most fun things to do as a kid was like squatting up with somebody and then going around in different parts of our like block and then maybe like going to like other kids' blocks and then like sort of going on this adventure and then trying to find like bottles or some whatever the fuck to collect. That was like at least my most fun activity. I loved doing that shit because it was always like an adventure, you know? Especially like when you're leaving your area, right? And you're going into like a slightly different area, you're like, holy shit, dude. When you're a kid, like all of that shit like looks and like sounds so fun and all that shit, but I mean, I'm still like adventurous, don't get me wrong. Like I think like even though I've grown up, I'm like fucking 35 at this point, but I'm still very adventurous. One of my most fun activities to do, and I feel like I rediscovered it only in like past couple years, because I was not very adventurous in my mid-20s, I would say. I was just mostly sitting at home playing WoW. But I rediscovered that recently whenever I got more financially stable. I like how do I say this, like going to places that I haven't been to and then like sort of like I don't know, like it always feels like an adventure, you know? Like going to parts of town that I've never been to, like the streets that I've never been to, the areas that I've never explored before, something like that, you know? I even do that like whenever I'm like abroad, like whenever I'm in Germany, I'm doing the same exact shit. We're always like, well, I try to go to the areas that I haven't, like normal people usually don't go to, right? We about to download. Oh my god, you did that too, dude? What the fuck? But bottles could be dropped off near kindergarten. 5 beer bottles equal 1 bottle of cream soda. That's pretty much what we did as well. But we also did medals, basically. We also had this trick where like some of the kids, like I was trying to be honest all the time, right? So I wouldn't fuck with that. But some of the kids that I knew, you know what they would do? They would basically, like, the valuable medals that they would find, they would basically, like, wrap them up, right? In a bunch. And then they would, like, put rocks inside so it has, like, more weight to it. And I hated doing that shit. But some of my, like, buddies would do that. They would, like, put rocks inside so it has more weight to it. Person who wants a drink just give up. No, he needs a way to get... Well, what's this? It's crazy to me how much Islamic countries differ from the rest of the world. For example, my university course mate has a roommate who lives disgustingly. He's always messy, leaves unwashed plates for weeks, drops clothes everywhere, and I told him never changes his sheets, yet he still has a girlfriend somehow, probably because of the whole arranged relationship dynamics. He's from Bangladesh. Okay, so I'm gonna only disagree with you saying that it's an Islamic thing. I feel like it's not a necessarily Islamic thing. It can be literally like, okay, what about like Indians, for example? Like Indian people that when they come here, they also have like a very dirty lifestyle. And this is not me being racist towards Indians. This is an actual fucking fact. I've been to some apartments where Indians live, and it is absolutely fucking disgusting. I'll say that much. And again, like, this is not me being racist, but this is off of like lived experience, right? You can say what the fuck you want, I don't care. But yeah, but I don't think it's a like the only issue I have with you saying that is that you're saying that it has to do with like religion, but it's not a religion thing. It's not a religious based behavior. It's just a somebody living in a shitty country based behavior, basic. Underdeveloped country. I mean, how much religion was part of the underdevelopment is a different issue, but yeah, I would not say like, oh, it's because it's Islamic or whatever. Like, I'm not gonna call you any names or shit like that. Fuck no. But I'm just saying, like, for the sake of being truthful and precise in a conversation, I feel like it matters to like say that. Stealing corn from the fields. Oh yeah, I mean, yeah. As a kid, yeah. The place that I used to go to when I was a kid actually had like a very big cornfield. We used to like steal some corn here and there. Yeah. National habits, for example, I think the way English wash dishes is disgusting. They don't rinse out the detergent and just leave them out to dry just like that. Yeah, but yeah, like, I mean, some habits are obviously bad. That's why people say that like some cultures just cannot like coexist together, and that's fine. That is true. Some cultures can't exist or coexist. Unlike some people are trying to push it on us, but they just cannot coexist. That's a fact. It's fine. It's okay. Like, for example, there's not a single church in Saudi Arabia, right? So, like, obviously Christianity cannot exist in Saudi Arabia, and that's fine. It's just like Europeans just have been like, I don't know how what to call it, but pussified for the past, like, since World War II, because people decided that nationalism is something that leads to like Nazism, so they have to eradicate it. So in Europe, nationalism is not allowed anymore. And with it, the whole like European white guilt. Okay. Their butts, and they consider those who don't wash their butts after each use to be dirty. Yeah, that's also a thing. Yeah. In developed Islamic countries, like for example, United Arabian Emirates, people are very cleanly there. You know where? Oh, did you know that like in Islamic culture, for example, you're not supposed to eat with the hand that you or sorry, you're only supposed to eat with your, I'm pretty sure it's left hand, right? Or no, it's only with your right hand. And you know what the reason for it is? Let me see. It is right? Yeah, right hand. And you know the reason for it is? It's actually very, like, well, it's not a very simple reason, but The reason for that is because you want to avoid people eating with the same hand that they're washing their ass with. So like to make it more mass spread, because like think about it this way, people back then like didn't really think too much of like eating food and the diseases that it like the diseases that you might have in your poop and shit like that. So they would eat with the same hand that they would eat their food with, or they would eat with the same hand that they would like clean their butt with, right? So to eliminate like, or not eliminate, but to lower the chances of people catching diseases through their poop, you have that rule basically, right? You eat only with your right hand, and then with everything, like you do your stuff with your left hand. I mean, think about it, it's a good rule. If you want to reduce the amount of people dying from poop-related diseases or infections, that's a good rule to have. You tell people you only eat with your right hand and you clean your ass with your left hand. There you go. The English don't wash their hands when they come in from outside, and for post-Soviet people, it seems to me it's subconscious on an instinctive level. You see, the thing is, like, you say that, but I used to not wash my hands all the time as well when I would come from the inside or from the outside. But I started doing that more actively after COVID, actually. So I used to not really wash, like, I would wash my hands if I know they're dirty, but if I'm just coming from the outside, I'll be like, yeah, whatever, I didn't touch anything. Like, I would have the idea of, like, I didn't touch anything, so why should I wash my hands? But now, like, every time I come from the outside, I always wash my hands. But again, it's mostly because of COVID. Like, I just adopted that rule, basically, for myself. Wash their hands after pee-pee. Wash your hands after pee-pee. Bro, why should I wash my hands after pee-pee if my dick is clean? What do you mean? If my pee-pee is clean and I piss, why should I wash my hands? I have a clean dick. I'm joking. I do wash my hands after pee. When they use doors, they kill bacteria. No, that makes sense. Like, so the doorknobs being like of a certain metal. It's not like it kills, like the way it kills bacteria. I think, isn't it like because brass has like good heat transfer? So the bacteria that lands on it basically just dies fast because of the heat transfer. Piss is not clean and the bacteria. Yeah, but like you don't piss on your hands, do you? Like, do you motherfucker piss on your hands? I do when my hands are cold. You know, like in Georgia, there's like this, like, I don't know what it is, but like, there's like this thing where like there's like a certain disease. I'm not sure what the disease is, but it affects your eyes. And like there's this like old Georgian way how to treat it. And it's basically you have to piss, but it has to be a child. Like they have to piss in your eye or something like that. I'm not even joking, it's a thing. I remember I was little and my cousin got sick. And they were like, oh, you gotta pee in her eye. I was like, no. And they got mad at me. They were like, what do you mean no? Do you not want to help her? I was like, I don't want to pee in her eye. I was like, okay, then like at least like piss in like a jar or something. It's a thing. I don't remember what is it, but it has to do with like some sort of a disease. Not disease, but like maybe a virus or something. Realizing I go to skill train right now, but I have a okay PC. What can I like to do? Get a bit extra money in copy pasting this? Copy pasting? What? These conversations made me feel dirty. What type of dirty? Go take a shower, bitch. Dirty she feels. As before, didn't see it. I'm sorry I didn't see it. I'm doing stuff. Like I said, like even though there's not a lot of chat, it's still hard for me to like constantly look back and forth while I have to put my full attention on something that I'm doing on my screen. Right? Not bad. What if a man... Wait, where was it? What if a man... Why... Hey, wait, where is that? Why, if a man wants to shake my hand, I go for a hug in case he was scratching his balls before. I don't want to touch his hand. You know what's even worse? And I try not to think about it myself. But every man's hand you shake, he was holding his dick in that hand. Think about it.
Discovery Houston, press to ATO.
Now you have to live with that. I'm sorry. You have to live with that idea now. Not bad. That's why I shake feet. Actually, I do fist bumps. Or I should start doing more fist bumps actually with people, now that I'm thinking about it. I should actually start just doing fist bumps with people. Yo, what up, dude? Fist bump. Why would I touch their hands, dude? Dude, they were holding dick in there, dude. Ew. Ew, 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 ew. Holding dick, dude? Ew. No work for me. I don't understand what you mean by where do you get a bit extra money? Copy pasting. What do you mean copy pasting? Am I doing copy pasting? I don't understand. You said like where do you make money? You can't just make money by like just because you exist. Like especially like something like art field is something where you have to grow your like name as a brand, and eventually you will start people coming to you and asking you for commissions and whatnot. You can make like, I don't know, like vegan or something like that, right? You have to get yourself out there. It's not like just because you have a set of skills now, like you can just start working or something like that. It doesn't work that way. I'm sorry. Even on a professional level, it doesn't work that way. Like most professional artists that are working for professional studios are good on their own, and just that studios are just hiring them. That's all there is. Like it is something that you have to figure out how to fucking do on your own. He's my ex. The sword wasn't promised to her. Or the OnlyFans. My ex wanted to hold my cock. Dude, okay, I gotta ask this to women. I'm sorry, but I have to ask this. It's a little bit weird question, but it's fine. I don't give a shit what you think about me. Look, what is with the obsession of women wanting to, like, hold it while men are pissing? Explain. Explain yourself. Women, explain yourself. Has a woman never heard of this? Really? Just my wife, I guess. I'm joking. I'm joking. You don't have that kind of fetish? Okay. Huh? It's just a meme? Maybe. Because I was reading something on this, like some guy was saying this shit, like on Reddit. You know how like there's like this post on Reddit, like, oh, like my ex like wanted to do this. So they can make it go in the toilet for once. Bro, I never miss. What are you talking about, bro? If you're missing the toilet, there's nothing wrong with your aim, brother. Go see an eye doctor or something. Bitch, how can you miss that? You have a dick or a schlong, dude? Maybe the women you observe are weird. Maybe. My ex was joking a lot. It's mostly a meme because they don't know what it's like. God forbid I ever use that word, dude. Anything I don't understand is weird to me. That's fine. It's a lived experience. Why if you're always This is a kid show, okay? Stop talking about peepees and stuff. Holding it. Don't hold it. No more holding peepees. We have a family-friendly show here. Alright. Let me give this some basic color.
4 computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions.
God, it's almost like I didn't do anything today. It's fine. Like tomorrow. Booktokers. What's your favorite aspect of YouTube VTuber design in general, or you mean like in this one in particular, or like what do you mean? In general, what do I like about VTuber designs? I don't know how to explain it, but I'll try to. Like sometimes VTubers and designs in particular have like this, it can be like a set of items or like single items or whatever it is, right? And it's like, it's something that sort of adds like a flavor to the model. I don't know how to explain it. Let me think about it. I guess I could say like this. I like when models are like thematic, but then like whatever the theme is, whether it's like a animal or color or whatever, right? It's also fulfilled with like small elements that make the whole picture a lot more vivid, if that makes sense. To give you like an example of that, I think I would have to, oh, not this one. Not this one. I still like this model, by the way. I don't know, actually. Like, I wanted to say, like, for example, this card that I did for this character. Like, basically, she's like a maid, right? Like a demon maid, right? And then you have like this little card, right? It's such a small thing, right? It's not anything crazy. It's just a card, right? But like, it having like the print on it and like some writing on it, like just kind of like adds to the whole like design, right? Now imagine like if it was like without it, like if it didn't have this card, for example, just didn't exist, right? And like the model already feels like a little bit like it's still good, but like it's like the small details. I guess like the way I would say like it's the small details. For me, it has to do with like the small details. I always like the small details on the characters. Yeah, does that make sense? Like small, interesting details that like sort of bring out the vibe of the character. And it doesn't have to be like something that is like, you know, sometimes like people do like a bunch of pins on. I'm not talking about like I'm gonna put like a bunch of political pins on my character. This like flags, this flag, that flag for this cause, that like no, not like that. I'm not talking about that. Like yeah, like the anarchist thing, the LGBTQ, like this thing, the Democrat thing, the I voted for Bernie Sanders. No, not like that shit. Like I like you know what I'm saying? Understand? You know what I'm saying, right? Like it doesn't have to be like anything in particular, but the characters sometimes have this like items where it's like a, you know, it adds like a flavor to it. Fit the theme and adds more spice to the character, basically. Yeah, sure. And eagles because it's a funny stereotype. Oh man. Alright, anyways guys, I'm gonna be done for today. I'll be back tomorrow. I did want to stream like earlier today, but somehow I still ended up being later than I wanted to. But that's okay, I guess. I'm still on the path of like me wanting to stream early. See, I was not like this before, now I am like that. So I will continue to do so, to try and stream earlier. Alright, anyways, thank you everyone. I'll be back tomorrow. We're gonna continue working on this tomorrow. I don't think this hair needs like a lot of texturing, so I should be done with this very quick. And then I'm gonna start doing the body. For anyone out there saying that Shonzo doesn't do black models, what the fuck is this then, huh? She's pretty fucking brown to me. So I'll be doing this brown character. Yeah. For all the bitches out there. Yeah, and she has feet too. Oh, feet. Alright, anyways, thank you everyone. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Here, links in the chat. Check them out. Join our Discord. Follow me on Twitter and Blue Sky. Check out YouTube. Check out Twitch. Check out Booth, Gumroad, and Jinxie. I guess I haven't sent this in a while, but for anyone wondering, like, I do take commissions. You can apply if you want to. Should be under my stream, but it's also on Twitter. Yeah, I'm open. I do VTuber commissions. Like the model I showed earlier is one of them. I want to do like a sort of like an official sort of announcement. I want to bring back like one thing that's really like all like I really want to bring back that one thing, which is I had this thing where like once in a while, like maybe 2-3 times a year, I would have a stream where I would sit and I would review all the applications basically. And I really fucking loved going through like people's like models and all that shit and looking at it and like sort of like giving my thought about it and all that stuff. And I really fucking love that shit. And I feel like people loved that stuff too as well, because I remember like people always tune in for that to like watch me do like the sort of like review of that. So I really want to bring that shit back, all right? And do that like occasionally. So the only problem is I'm afraid that if I do a commission announcement, like nobody's gonna apply for it. I'm really fucking afraid of that, but I'll do it anyways because I have nothing to lose anyways, right? So I do really want to bring that back, so I'll do that. Like maybe I'll take like only a couple of them, like 2-3 commissions at best, right? But I still want to bring that shit back. Alright, anyways, again, thank you everyone. I'll be back tomorrow. I'm gonna continue this. Yeah, what up, Nailsy? And yeah, thank you everyone, bye bye.